Mabuhay Kamustika, welcome. How are you? This is Bob from Love Beyond the Sea. Filipina Freedom, no longer alone. Marriage is freedom. Today's video will be shocking to some and a breath of fresh air to others. There are fewer places where you see videos like this, and I'm going to keep beating the drum for marriage because it is the best way for nearly all people to live. If you are single and watch these videos, you will know that I care very much for people who, like me for so long, were alone and running out of hope. I hope you will subscribe to Love Beyond the Sea. It's easy to know what this channel is about, and that's about all it's about. If you feel compelled to leave a comment, please do. You can even go to the WordPress blog and leave a comment in the community corner. It's all linked for you in the description box. I was thinking of the song Philadelphia Freedom by Elton John that was a hit when I think I was in high school. Just the sound of that song title made me think of a title I would use for a song if I can improve my karaoke skills enough to sign a music deal. I would call it Filipina Freedom. It would be a love song dedicated to all the Filipinas who have made the lives of so many men better. A lot of us say that we have to pinch ourselves. It's so hard to believe we found such a good woman to marry. At Love Beyond the Sea, I want to encourage men to get to know a Filipina, even if it's online. I always found them easy to talk to. I want to help men all the way from thinking about what they need to know to chat with a Filipina, all the way to how they can provide for her at their death, as well as many things in between as I can. Philadelphia is the city of brotherly love, which is good, but a Filipina is even better than that. She can be the ultimate wife you are looking for to end those lonely nights and to quench the desire for a fulfilling relationship. I have not thought about all those years I was single since I met my Filipina wife back in 2015 rather, and quickly married her. Got engaged in 18 days and married in 54. You see, a Filipina wants to get married, and a foreign husband is a big catch for her. There's nothing like loving and being loved by a woman. And I think very highly of Filipinas, always have. I don't know how I managed before I met her, but it was exhausting. I almost ran out of hope before deciding to try the Philippines and give up on finding a wife where I was, in America. I had to try something else. We have all heard comments like, I don't want to get married and give up my freedom. I found that interesting because when I was single, I felt like I was in prison. I didn't think I wanted a wife. I believed I needed one. Try as I might to be content, my contentment didn't last for very long. Trying to involve myself with something always got short-circuited when I saw other couples at church or anywhere else on vacation. Kind of ruined everything. I once had a pastor tell me that they couldn't understand why I just couldn't focus on what I was doing and eliminate or temporarily focus on the task at hand. I couldn't understand why he couldn't understand me. I was always outspoken about being single and struggled through it. Since I got married, I have not felt like I was alone. Last year, my wife needed to go to the Philippines without me, and the thought of not having her to come home to karaoke with, to sleep with, to eat with, to do anything with was very difficult for me. As I tell her, I have developed very strong feelings for her. Some say that marriage is a ball and chain relationship. I suppose it can be if married to the wrong person or there is unresolved conflict, and there will be some challenges with a Filipina like anyone else, but through it all, I have found freedom by being married. Now we can travel together, and there I won't even notice. I won't even notice other couples. I can go to church, not be thinking about everyone staring at me, wondering what character defect I must have to be able to walk in the church building by myself. I can go to work and dream about our future together instead of being concerned about growing old alone with no one to take care of me and help me through the last stage of my life. This doesn't apply to everyone, but when I was single, I felt like I was restricted in a way to do more than just go to work. I take responsibility, yes, for having a bad attitude at times. I was lonely and unfulfilled and clung to the belief that there was more to life than doing things by yourself. Like many single people, Could have taken better care of myself, but I have found being married more motivating to do that. I don't even like hearing comments about marriage being bondage of some kind, because the more you hear it, the easier it is to believe it. Many today have seemingly forgone marriage in pursuit of their own dreams. I understand the dynamics. My parents were divorced, but I have felt much enjoyment in doing whatever I can to make my wife's dreams come true. I would not feel free and unencumbered as a single man. I would feel bound by not knowing what to do. That's just me. Marriage to my Filipina has given me purpose. That results in satisfaction. Any limits by virtue of being married are only for good. Anything that keeps me focused on our relationship is satisfying. I found an article online I want to read from because it's right in line with the things I teach on Love Beyond the Sea. Please comment if you can relate to what I've said, or from the article I will link in the description box. Here's what it says. I assume they have other similar articles too. It goes like this: but what about marriage? Is it possible to find and even increase your freedom through marriage? With the right mentality, the answer is a resounding yes. When we talk about freedom, we're talking about the ability to pursue happiness, to not be hindered by undue stress or pressure, and to have a hopeful outlook for the future. So, in terms of your marriage, this kind of freedom is absolutely attainable if you put the time into building and maintaining a strong, healthy relationship. In strong marriages, both members of the relationship offer each other the support to be the best person they can be, and encourage one another to find and pursue the things that lead to a fulfilling life. Don't think of freedom as something that has to happen individually. With the support of a loving spouse, you can actually enjoy more freedom simply because you have another person watching out for you, helping you overcome challenges and there to keep you steady when you stumble. There's also tremendous joy in providing that kind of unwavering support for the person you love. Absolutely. The kind of happiness and stability you can achieve when you share your life and love with another person is incredible. When you truly connect with your spouse, the freedom you feel to be yourself, to expose your vulnerable side, and to share your biggest hopes and dreams is amazing. The power and strength that people gain from happy, healthy relationships is virtually unparalleled and represents a whole new kind of independence. It makes you feel like you've always, got a backup, a person in your corner, a cheerleader, and a place to turn for help. The pursuit of freedom is not about a lack of responsibilities or a lack of commitments. Instead, it's about finding the things that resonate with your personality and having the time, health, and ability to dedicating yourself to the things most important to you. A loving spouse will help you do just that, and you can do the same for them. Now, here's what jumps out to me from these statements. This is me talking. The kind of happiness and stability you can achieve when you share your life and love with another person is incredible. When you truly connect with your spouse, the freedom you feel to be yourself, to expose your vulnerable side, and to share your biggest hopes and dreams is amazing. Okay, now as dorky as I can be and as intense as I can get, my Filipino wife has not tried to change me. Maybe my clothes or my hair, but not other things. And I will link another article, but here's a quick excerpt from it. After poring over the dating stories that are posted on their site, as well as taking a close look at the singles I know, I've concluded that the type of person that you're involved with is more important to freedom than whether or not you are married. In fact, I would argue that many people that are dating have less freedom than those who are in solid, trusting marriages. And then here are some of the main reasons why married versus single does not hold the key to how much freedom you have in your relationship. And that's from the article. I will link both of those articles for you. So, this is something I actually thought about quite a while ago, and I wanted to put that out there today for you on this channel. And it's something I hope you think about. It's probably not something you are used to hearing, but I'm here to be talking about marriage, and the things I have discovered since I've been married have only been positive and confirmed what I believed all the time to be true, so I will continue sharing them here for you. I have never felt like a slave since I married my love beyond the sea.